Hello, my name is Devaney, and thanks for tuning into Short Not Sweet, or curmudgeon's take on fashion. I post videos on Wednesdays, and this Wednesday I'm going to be talking about shopping in Italy. So I recently came back from spending 10 days in Italy. I went to Rome, Florence, Venice, and ended up in Milan. And I had a little bit of time to do some shopping there, so I figured it would be helpful to film a video talking about my experiences shopping, mostly luxury shopping, but doing also some shopping at local artisans, also doing some shopping at department stores, and also, last but not least, doing some shopping at the outlets, the luxury outlets out there in Italy. So let's go ahead and get into it. I will talk about my goals first. So what was my purpose? What did I really want to get coming out of shopping in Italy? My number one goal was to find me a Burberry trench coat. I wanted to find me one for a good deal. Spoiler alert, that did not happen. But what else did I want to do? I wanted to try on certain things that I've had my eye on because, as you probably know, it is cheaper to shop for a lot of ththese luxury goods over in Europe than it is to get them here. I wanted to try on a pair of the Prada nylon shorts. Those retail for about $990 here in the States, maybe even more now, because you know how they do them price increases, girl. Super expensive, so I wanted to see if I could try them on there and if they're actually worth the money and get them for a little bit cheaper. I wanted to look at a Loewe belt. I already have one, but I wanted one with gold hardware in a different colorway so I could switch it out with the palladium hardware one that I already own. I wanted to try on the Louis Vuitton Bongia slides. I really want a pair of nice slides, so I wanted to try those on and perhaps buy them if they were cheaper there. Also, I wanted to perhaps get the Louis Vuitton Louise hoop earrings because I knew they would be cheaper there than they are here. And just some dreams, like I wanted to maybe try on the Hermes Chypre sandals, and also maybe another pair of slides, the Fendi. I think they're the Fendi Feel slides. They have the FFs and they kind of look like a Birkenstock. So these are all things that I was hoping to try out while I was over there, maybe get a good price on them. Let's see how that went. So the first stop was Rome. I spent about 5 days there. And if you ever consider shopping in Rome, you've probably heard of the street. It's pretty well known. It's called Via Condotti. And I'm going to apologize in advance for absolutely butchering them people's language. I know no Italian, okay? It's going to be sad. It's going to be real bad, y'all. I'm so sorry. But we're going to try our best. So Via Condotti has all the bougie luxury stores that you probably heard of. The Fendi flagship store is there. It's really big, really nice. I was able to try on the Fendigraphy handbag, and then she also gave me a strap to try on with it, a crossbody strap to try on with it. Really nice. I wasn't buying that bag, honestly. It has no pockets in it. It ain't for me, but it's a beautiful bag. They didn't have the Fendi slides that I wanted to try on. There's a big old Prada store. I tried on the nylon shorts there, and honestly, I think they retail for about 760 euros. They still are not worth it to me. I will say one thing about the nylon shorts. They are made of this really thick nylon, so it's definitely quality. If they were like 300 euros, it's like, okay, let's do it. Let's swipe the card, let's do it. 760 euros ain't it? And I know you get about 12% back because the tax is included in that price, so I would have got like 12% back. 600 and whatever euros, it still wasn't worth it to me. So it wasn't happening. I didn't do that. Via Condotti also has 2 Hermes stores. One has like accessories, I think like maybe scarves and stuff, and the other has like shoes and ready to wear maybe. I don't know. They didn't have my sandals, so I didn't get that. I also went to Celine there and I tried on a pair of like the logo sandals. Now those I was tempted to get. They run true to size, by the way. They're pretty comfortable. Not as comfortable as my Fendi sandals, but they were pretty darn comfortable and they're a different look. They were around 620 euros. I'm not sure if they were a little bit lower than that, but around 620 euros. You know what it is? It's with the tax refund, so they would have been a little bit lower than that. And they're about $760 here. So it would have been a decent price, relatively speaking, of course. But I didn't pull the trigger, but I think about those sometimes. I really, really liked those sandals. I'm still considering if I can get those on sale. I think I might pull the trigger on those. A lot of beautiful stores. I think there's 2 Louis Vuitton stores as well. And what else? If you go around, maybe not on that same street, But if you go around that area, there was like an H&M, a Zara, a Mango. I didn't really go into too many of those stores because I have them here. And really, I would be tempted to buy something because the price point is kind of normal. So I'd be like, yeah, I want that random dress that I don't need and can't fit in my suitcase. Sure, I'll buy that. And I didn't want to be tempted to do that. So I didn't go into really any of those stores. But I would definitely recommend checking out Via Condotti. It's near the Spanish Steps. So if you go to the Spagna stop on the metro, you can pass right on past them Spanish Steps. Some things is useless. I don't know why that's a big tourist attraction. They look like just a pair of steps, or not a pair of steps. It look like a staircase. And girl, we got those here. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But walk right on past those, look to the right, you can see Via Condotti. It's gonna have, there's a big Dior store, a big Prada, there's a Loewe right there, Emilio Pucci. Definitely worth checking it out. Also they have restaurants there. I had a nice lunch. That was my first meal in Italy, so definitely worth checking out Via Condotti in Rome. And that was really all the shopping I did. I went to a department store called Rinascente. You heard that? Rinascente. I'm really out here pretending I'm Italian or whatever. But I'm going to talk about that more in the next section. And so that's a good segue to Florence. So my next stop was Florence. Maybe not as well known for shopping, but I think they had a good selection of stores there. One of the big streets there was Via Roma. And if you've ever heard of the website Luisa Via Roma, there is a Luisa boutique on the street called Via Roma. And so I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. And it's a really cool boutique. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you are in Florence. And also on Via Roma, there's another big Prada store. And that was cool. I didn't really see anything different there, but cool to check out when you're in Florence. And Via Roma is very close to I believe it's the Duomo. Honestly, everything in Italy is near a big old church. So if you go down the street from the big old church, behind the big old church, across the street from the big old church, at the same metro stop as the big old church, you're going to find something there. Everything is by a big old church. So by the big old church in Florence, you're going to find Via Roma and all the bougie stores. They also have the chain stores that you know about, like Victoria's Secret and all of that. What else did I want to say? Oh, Rinascente. So I went to Rinascente, and this is like the Italian Saks Fifth Avenue, basically a big old department store. And this is also, it's not on Via Roma, but it's near it. And if you are a visitor to Italy, you're not from there, you can get like a visitor or non-residence kind of membership card or savings card or something. It's not a credit card, but it's like one of those membership cards, you got to give them your email or whatever. And on sale items, you save an additional 20%, and on non-sale, you save an additional 10%. And so I ended up buying this perfume. This is Paco Rabanne. It's Pure XS. I had bought this in Paris a couple of years ago, and every time I use it, I'm like, oh, don't use too much because, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get more because it's only available in Europe. I've never seen it here in the US. I can't even find it online here in the US. So I was able to, while I was in Italy, I was able to find this, and it was on sale for 77 euros, I believe. Yeah. 77 euros, yes. And then I got that savings card from Rinascente, and I saved an additional 20%. Got it for like 60 something euros, and that was a really great price. And so now I'm not worried about running out of this anymore because like I have most of the original bottle left, honestly, because I've been so careful about it. And then now I have this big old one. I'm set for life. I'm set for life now. Another thing I tried on in Rinascente, I wanted to say Rinascente also had like really good sales on just regular clothes. They had a really nice Sandro section. If you're into that brand, Sandro, they had a really nice selection of clothes by them. All the brands you can think of, they had there, and it was, everyone, it was really friendly. They were really helpful in there, so I would recommend it. I also ended up buying, I wasn't going to get these, but I ended up buying these Salvatore Ferragamo sunglasses, and these are absolutely ridiculous. I'll try them on here. And I got them from Rinascente as well, and these weren't on sale, so I got the 10% discount on these. These also come in like pink, they come in brown. I tried them on in those colors, but the blue I was really looking for a pair of blue sunglasses, and they hit the spot. So I ended up getting these. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out Rinascente. They have so many other things that you could think of. and they have sales and decent prices, so definitely would recommend them. Another thing I wanted to talk about is like local craftspeople. So Florence is known for leather makers. A lot of Italian leather is made there. So I would recommend checking out different leather makers there. I went to one store, a pretty famous Italian leather maker is called The Bridge, and you can get really well-made things, and they go on sale as well. So it's not like, you know, one of these brands that are so bougie and they never have sales, or the sale is like ridiculous and still look really expensive. I almost got like this little phone holder bag for like €100 or something like that, really well priced. So I would recommend checking them out if you are in Italy. And they're not just in Florence. I think they had locations in Rome as well. So you can find them in different spots all over Italy. Florence specifically is also known for jewelry. So if you are near the Ponte Vecchio, I think that's, Ponte is Italian for bridge, and you'll be able to see this. It's a big, beautiful bridge. And once you're on the bridge, you'll see, or even around it, you'll see all these like jewelry shops, beautiful gold jewelry. Now the price, you know, you gonna pay. You gonna go ahead and pay. You know, so my mom had asked me for a pair of earrings, and I told her, look, I found your earrings, but for the price, you know, I'm not allowed to remove them from the store. You can go visit the earrings in the store at any time, but I can't bring them to you. So they're, you know, they're not cheap, but you can find some really well-made, beautiful, unique pieces there. So I would recommend checking them out if you're in the market or just want to looky-loo like I do. And then the last thing, one thing I want to say about Italian made leather. So I was in this leather store, and the salesman, he's probably trying to flirt with me or something like that. But he was telling me one way to know. So, you know, there's Italian made leather there, but there's also like Chinese factories in Italy that make the bags, and some of them are not of the higher quality. So he was telling me how to tell the difference. So one, Italian made leather, it has to have it's stamped inside the bag. It has to say genuine, you know, Italian leather or something like that inside the bag. But then the thing that really distinguishes between like real Florence Italian made leather is they're allowed to have a brand on the front of the bag. They can have their individual brand, and you have to be careful because some brands, they look like brands, but really they're nothing. So there's some brand that says like Vera Pelle, which really just means genuine leather. So it's not a brand. So you're thinking you're getting like this really well-made bag, but really just getting a factory-made bag. It happens to be made in Italy, but it's not like that real craftsmanship that you're probably paying for. So these are things to look for. And he was, you know, again, flirting, but he was very helpful. So I would recommend, you know, doing a little bit of research before you go ahead and assume like, oh, it's Italian made leather, it's great, like let me just buy it. Go ahead and do a little research first. Okay, so the thing that's really important that I want to talk about in Florence is the outlet. So Florence is really near the mall at Firenze. Firenze is, you know, how you say Florence in Italian, of course. And you can take a shuttle bus from Florence. And if it's really near the shuttle bus is really near the bus station in Florence, which is across the street from the train station in Florence. And if you go to the bus station and you walk all the way out, it's really hard to find the shuttle, okay? Leave yourself at least like 45 minutes to find the shuttle, okay? Because listen, take it from me. So they leave every hour. You wanna go through the bus station all the way to the exit, and then you like all the way through the turnstiles out. You're gonna think you're going the wrong way, but you're not. You go out of the exit and then you look left and you'll see the bus stop. You'll see a sign that says the Mall Firenze shuttle, and you'll probably see a bunch of people in line. And that's why I'm saying give yourself extra time, because the buses fill up. So there's one an hour, and if you miss it, you're gonna have to wait for the next hour. I got there like 10:59 for the 11 o'clock one, and the bus was like filled up, they were leaving. So make sure you get there, give yourself time so you can make the shuttle that you want. And the ride is about 40 to 50 minutes depending on traffic. I will say the ride it's comfortable. It's a double-decker air-conditioned bus, you know, super easy, very convenient. And the ride is beautiful. Like you're going through like Tuscany, you're seeing like the rolling hills and the I don't know, vineyards or whatever the heck they're growing. I don't know, child, but it's absolutely beautiful. So even just that part is totally worth it. And when you actually get to the outlet, again, you're seeing all the beautiful countryside around you, and it is really, really beautiful. There's a nice restaurant there. I had a really good lunch there, and of course an Aperol Spritz with my lunch. So just being there was actually, even if you're not like a huge shopper, you might enjoy that ride and that experience in itself. Now for the important part, what's there? So they have all the big brands, the Pradas, the Gucci, the Alexander McQueen, YSL, Chloe, Bottega, all these places. Google it, you'll find the whole list. And I'll link the actual outlet below as well. And but I will say the prices weren't hitting for me. So first of all, like I said, I went to Italy and one of my goals was to come back with a Burberry trench. They did not have my trench. They had the trench, but it wasn't in my size. And then if I get a Burberry trench, I want the whole experience. I want the check monogram on the inside. I want the whole thing, okay? I want that. They had one that was in my size. It didn't have the monogram, and it was way more expensive than the one with the monogram. So it didn't make any sense for me. And I expected to spend, I was hoping to be delighted by the price. You know how sometimes you see something and it's so affordable, it's such a good price. You looking both ways like, did I get away with that? You want to take the thing off the shelf and just run to the checkout before they catch you. No. These prices was like, dang, I might as well just buy it new. It was like, okay, it was better than retail, but it was like 800-900 euros. Like, it was okay, but I wasn't delighted. I don't know. I just wanted to be delighted by the pricing, and that's not really what I was getting, and I didn't find my size anyway. And at some stores, like the stock wasn't that great. For instance, like Balenciaga, I was considering maybe getting a blazer from there. There was really nothing in Balenciaga. They had some cute things in like Alexander McQueen, but like the colorways were not, really getting me going. So, and that's to be expected maybe in the outlet because, the colorways are going to be a little esoteric, but I don't know, it wasn't really for me. Prada, I did find a really nice windbreaker jacket, but the nylon, compared to like the nylon shorts I tried on, the nylon on that jacket was really thin. So sometimes I regret not getting that jacket. I think it retailed for 490 euro, but I don't know. I think I did the right thing. I also looked at a Prada nylon backpack because I've been thinking about maybe getting that. It was 820 euro. Again, a savings from retail, but it wasn't like anything jumping out at me like, you gotta buy this, you can't leave without this, except for that jacket was really the only thing, and I don't feel too bad that I didn't get it. Let's see, did I say anything? Did I miss anything? No. So that's it for the outlet, unfortunately, but check it out. It's, like I said, it's a beautiful ride and it's a beautiful view when you get there, so maybe check it out. You might get lucky, who knows. Okay, so the next stop was Venice. And the first thing I want to talk about is the pronunciation. The Fondaco de Tedeschi. I'm gonna call it Fondaco. And so this was a department store in Venice. If you know anything about Venice, it's like full of canals and like, twisty turny. It's a big maze. But somehow they found this big area to put a department store. I think it's Venice's like first department store or something like that. And it was opened in 2016, I believe, and it's owned by the LVMH group. And I was doing some research on it because I just kind of happened upon it. I didn't know what to expect. I was actually expecting maybe another Rinascente, but I saw the Fondaco instead. And it used to be like, it dates back from like the 13th century. And it used to be like a center of commerce or something like that. And so at some point it was a post office. It's been all these different things. But now it's this kind of department store. And you walk in and it's like this big, beautiful, it's like cavernous, these like beautiful glass and everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. The bottom floor kind of looks like a gift shop. It has all kind of beautiful things that you could take home and give to people and they'd be like elated to receive them. And then you go up each floor, it's like maybe 6-7 floors, and you have all the luxury brands in there. And the staff was super nice, like even if they didn't have something, they were like showing me things that I've never seen before. And I had asked one of the, I tried on a pair of Manolo Hangisi shoes, and I ended up buying them because the heel was way too high for me. But I asked her, do you know any good places to eat? And she was like, sure. And her coworker, they printed out a piece of paper and they wrote down a list of places, and one of them turned out to be really delicious. So I don't know, like they were really helpful in there. I would definitely check it out. They have a good selection of stuff. Of course, it's like a smaller thing because Venice, again, is like everything's a little bit more compact, but I would definitely recommend it. It is by the Rialto Bridge. That is like one of the famous landmarks in Venice. So it's right by there. I would recommend checking it out. So another thing I wanted to talk about is the Calle Larga 22 Marzo Street. I don't know, girl, but it's, if you go to basically San Marco, the big square down there, again, a big old church. You go over there, the Museo Correr, I think. If you go behind that museum, you'll basically make a left and you'll see Fendi. Then you'll walk down and you'll see Gucci, Louis Vuitton, da 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 da. And so you'll see everything there, all the luxury stores that you can handle. Hermes, everybody is there. And I ended up going into Louis Vuitton and I bought this thing. I had originally tried on the Louis Vuitton Louise hoop earrings, but honestly, you know, she asked me as I was ringing it. I was like, go ahead, I'll buy it, whatever. Go ahead and ring it up. And then she said, is there anything else you want to see? And I said, you know, what toiletry cases do you have? And she showed me this. This is, I think, the toiletry 25. And this retails for 550 euro there. And I think it retails for like $725 here. And plus I got the 12% tax back. And the process for doing that is really easy. You just have to make sure you have your passport with you when you buy it, and they enter some information in a computer. They give you this like printout that you probably should have it, but I didn't need it at all. And then when I finally left Italy, I didn't leave from Venice, I left from Milan. I'll talk about that in a minute. But when I left Italy, I just went ahead and I had to go to, so Louis Vuitton uses a company called like Global to do the tax refund. So, you go to Global, you find the Global stand. It's a big counter in the airport. And basically you scan your little passport and the kiosk did everything. It had all my information already entered in because the guy at Louis Vuitton had already entered it. You put in your credit card that you want your refund to. And then like, honestly, the next day I saw on my credit card statement, like the refund was pending. Maybe 2 days later. But honestly, it was so quick, it was so easy. And I think by now, I came back Thursday the 11th. I think the refund is already on my card now. It was that easy. And when I came back through customs in the US, I think the limit is you can bring back like $800 worth of stuff before they tax you. So they asked if I had anything to declare, and I told the truth because I don't have time to be getting in trouble with no people at the airport. I don't have no time for that. So I told the truth. I said, like, I have one thing to declare, and he said, what is it? And I said, it's the cosmetics case. And then he said, okay, come on through. And that was it. And that was it. So like, it was really easy. So, you know, it's really a simple process. So that's it for luxury shopping in Venice. Cause that was really all I bought there. And yeah, I really love this bag. It's, you know, you've seen this before. It's canvas on the outside. It's leather lined. I already have junk in here. I've already used this thing. Like, I needed a cosmetics case, so this was like the more practical thing to buy rather than those earrings. No brainer. I love it. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about in Venice is known for hand-blown glass, and they make all kinds of things in it, like from chandeliers to, you know, jewelry, everything. And so I ended up buying some hand-blown glass earrings for my mom. There was one pair I wanted, and then it came with, like, it didn't come with, but I could have bought a necklace to go with it. But by the time I went back to buy it, it was sold out. So ended up buying something else. And I also bought a little Pandora bead. One of my aunts has a Pandora necklace, and they make like, it's not Pandora, but it's like, it can fit on a Pandora, and it's hand blown glass, and it's really pretty. So definitely check that out. You can see, there's little shops all over Venice. There's also a specific like part of Venice. It's called Murano, and they have like a glass museum. I'm not sure the glass museum is worth the 10 euros that it costs to get in, but it is a cool museum, and you can actually see there's different places that you can go in and for free just watch them do the process of doing hand blown glass. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. And there's just so many things that you can check. They're so creative. There's so many places you can buy beautiful jewelry, and it really wasn't that expensive. The earrings that I ended up buying my mom was like 25 euro. The Pandora bead was like 10 euro. It really wasn't expensive. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. And then the last stop was Milan, and there's just two things, actually three things I want to talk to you about in Milan. The first was there's a street called I think it's via Monte Napoleone. Napoleone. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so this street has, again, all the stores you could think of. I went in Loewe, Bottega, Valentino, Versace, all the stores you could think of, they have there. And you could just take the metro to that stop. I think it's Monte Napoleone. And you know, what did I see there that was special? Nothing really crazy. I saw a purple metallic Bottega bag. I can't remember if I saw it there or at the airport. But one of those places I saw this purple metallic Bottega bag, Bottega clutch bag, and I thought that was really beautiful. But nothing too crazy there. But I mean, it's a beautiful area to do shopping. You'll see all kinds of tourists doing the same thing as you, so whatever. The next thing I want to talk about is the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele. And that is, again, behind a big old church, behind the Duomo, a very well-known tourist landmark. And right behind that, you'll find the Galleria. And it basically looks, it's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. If you're not, I'm gonna show pictures, but please Google it and look at it. It's like all this high glass and these paintings, and the floor looks like it's marble and all this other stuff. And this doesn't have everything, but what it has is beautiful. So there's a Fendi, there's a Dior, there's a Louis Vuitton. And the one thing that I went into, I had to, because I was in Milano, I had to go into Prada, because it's Prada Milano. And this Prada store has everything. And I wanna say, the Prada store is so extensive that they have a Prada for women and a Prada for men. They got so much junk there, they had to split it up, okay? And so, yeah, I went into the Prada for women store because it was getting late and I just wanted to, you know, sit down and eat at this point. Look, this was the end of the trip, I was tired. And so, the Prada women's store, they had bags I had never seen, shoes that I don't usually see in stock, like, all the things. So it's definitely worth checking out Prada. I thought about like, what do I need to get from Prada? You know, just because I'm here and I want to buy something, but honestly, Prada is too expensive to just be buying something. You would need to really be excited about it to buy something from Prada. So I didn't get anything. And then near that Prada, near Galleria Vittorio Emanuele, you'll find another Rinascente, and that is where I ended up eating dinner. Because if you go to the top floor, I think it's the 7th floor of that Rinascente, they have like a bunch of restaurants. There's also like, it was closed when I went. I think they're doing repairs. But a lot of those restaurants have like terrace seating, and you can like overlook the Duomo and the city and stuff, and it's probably gorgeous, but it was closed when I went, unfortunately. And then, so they have all these restaurants, sushi, all kinds of stuff. I had a risotto, it was really good. I never had a risotto before, but I was in Milan, why not? And then they also have like, it's kind of like a market. So I got like some wine for my cousin. I got like this garlic infused olive oil, all kind of like fabulous Italian food things that you want to try. I got like a packet of risotto. I think you just like add water and you could, I don't know, I haven't made it yet. And you know, I didn't read the instructions. I'll probably need Google Translate for the instructions. But yeah, so many good things in there. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I didn't do too much shopping in that Rinascente, but it was probably the biggest one that I've been to by then. I looked for, so when I was in Italy, I really wanted to buy a bottle of Baccarat Rouge 540, the perfume, but nobody seems to have it. So I don't know, I probably just went to the wrong places, but so that's the one thing I tried to find in that store, but I couldn't find it. So I didn't do any shopping there, but I would recommend checking it out. It's really big, all kind of stuff. 7th floor, definitely check out the restaurants. 100% check it out. So that's it for Galleria. Last thing, the airport in Milan. So before I even say this, so I did mention you get, when you buy something in Italy, or probably in Europe as a whole, you get, I think it might depend on the country. So I'll just say in Italy, you get around 12% back when you go through the airport, when you're leaving. But if you buy something in the airport, I think there's like a 17% discount. So 17. And so, you know, there's a lot of luxury stores in there. There's a duty-free shop. Of course, every darn airport has a duty-free shop. But then they have all these luxury stores in there. I tried on a pair of Saint Laurent sneakers, and they ended up, I think they made my feet look big. I'll put up a picture. Tell me what you think. But I think they made my feet look way too big. They retailed for €590 in the airport. But in the US, they are $825. Listen. Okay, and then also I was looking at some Gucci sneakers. They have a Gucci in there. I was looking at some Gucci denim sneakers that would go really well with my Gucci denim bucket hat, and those retailed for €485, and those are $750 here in the US. They had a Burberry there. They had a Bottega, and they also had some cool Italian brands like Furla, which has really nice leather goods, but you can also get it on sale, and they're well-known brands, but you can still get good deals on them. Coccinelle, which again, really nice leather goods, but you can get it at a good discount. So definitely, if you're going through Milan, leave yourself some time to do some shopping in that darn airport, because they got a lot of stuff. I did also want to mention that in the duty-free shop, they had a lot of like discounted designer sunglasses. So I tried on some Dior's, those little cat eye ones they have. I tried on some really cool Michael Kors ones. They had some Tom Ford ones, all the brands, all the girls. I think they had like Bulgari, Eric Cartier. They had all the girls. So definitely check it out. Definitely leave yourself a little extra time so that you can check it out. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you're into luxury and styling tips, feel free to check me out at Short Not Sweet. shortnotsweet.com. I will probably also post like more in depth about each city. Like, I'm probably not going to do too much about like the actual trip on this YouTube channel, but if you're interested in like traveling, I traveled alone for most of the trips. So if you're interested in how that went, you know, I will post more on my blog, shortnotsweet.com. Feel free to check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and please take care of yourself. Bye.